Today we're going to be talking about all things Cary, moving to Cary, what it's like here, so stick around.
All right, so as far as location, Cary is located directly to the west of Raleigh, is south of Durham as well. And as far as size, it's obviously smaller than Raleigh, it's smaller than Durham, but not as much as what you would think probably, and is larger than Chapel Hill. So the population in Cary is about 175,000. Durham, to put that in perspective, is about 280. So they're pretty close, which is honestly kind of surprising. But all that to say, Cary's a really large area.
Right. It's like we kind of consider it in a way like a Raleigh suburb, but it's definitely its own place. It has
for sure.
Very distinct feel to it, and it's got everything you need right here.
It does.
One of the things people really love about Cary is how close it is to the Research Triangle Park. So you have really great access to RTP because we have really good highway access in Cary with Interstate 40, 147 not coming far off from here. So really easy to kind of get around, which makes it really appealing as one of the suburbs of Raleigh, because I think it probably has the best access of most of what's around.
Yeah, absolutely. Because in some of the areas, like Holly Springs is a good example where you have really a main highway that you have to be on to get into it. Cary's got quite a few different access points that just make the traffic feel a little less than what you get in some other areas.
For sure. So as far as amenities in Cary, I think it's probably one of the more amenity heavy areas in the Triangle as far as like parks and greenway space. There are over 30 parks in Cary and 70 miles of greenway trail. And something that makes Cary kind of unique is how many neighborhoods have walking access points to the greenway trail systems or to the parks. So it feels like very accessible. You don't have to like go to the car, drive, park somewhere just to access the greenway trail. So I really like that about Cary.
Yeah, absolutely. We're at one of the parks. Here's over Bond Park's over 300 acres, beautiful lake here. You got kayak rentals. I mean, it's just like, this is quintessential like Cary, I think, in my mind.
Yeah.
So when I think of just the park access and the amenities that you have here, and not just like nature access, I know we've kind of focused heavy on that for this first part, but also just shopping access. Like Cary has all the stores you would want. You're not going to have to venture out to Raleigh or venture to Apex or Holly Springs or Durham or anything like that. You've got all that you need right here in Cary.
Yeah, for sure. There's some really cool shopping areas in this. One of the newer places in Cary is called the Fenton. Fenton's really cool.
We'll actually be at later in the video.
But it's kind of cool. Kind of feels like a miniature North Hills, which is a larger scale, like outdoor access shopping area in Raleigh. It kind of feels like a more modern, small North Hills to me, like lots of restaurants and shops there. You have Waverly Place. You've got tons of like just small strip malls with all the grocery stores you need. Everything that you need is going to be right here. Of course, you know, for maybe like you want like that hip downtown restaurant and stuff, like you're probably going to end up driving to Durham or Raleigh, but it's so close, it's really not a big deal.
Exactly. All right, so as far as housing in Cary, so Cary's one of the most expensive areas in the Triangle. If you're looking at just single family homes for the last 6 months, it's averaged in the upper 7s. If you are looking at just attached homes, so like condos, townhomes, you're looking at the mid 5s. So compared to Raleigh, Raleigh's in the mid 6s for single family homes. So there's a significant jump in Cary when you're looking at housing, which obviously raises the bar for folks, the barrier of entry is what I'm trying to say, into getting into Cary.
For sure. And Cary is one of our areas around the Triangle that has a really large amount of like master plan communities. Like we're in Preston right now, which is a golf course community. It's huge. Like there's a big country club here. Not every neighborhood is like country club golf course feel, but a lot of them do have really great amenities for families, pools, things of that nature, or like really good access to shopping and things of that nature around the area.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do our little segment of He Said, She Said. Is Cary worth the extra money?
It's a good question. I go back and forth on this. Today, I'm going to say yes, it is. I think when it comes to proximity to the rest of the Triangle, when it comes to the beautiful neighborhoods in Cary, I mean, you can tell in the background of this, the trees, they're established, it's just beautiful. Nature access, there's few places in the Triangle that check all of those boxes like Cary does, and I think it deserves to be one of the higher priced parts of the Triangle.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I would totally agree, actually. A lot of times we disagree on these, but I would agree. I think Cary is definitely worth the money when you are in town and around. It just has a different feel to it. Like when you're driving on main roads, like the streets are manicured, the medians all have beautiful vegetation in them. Like it just feels very loud. It just feels really, really set apart and unique and different and just well thought out and well planned out and just really beautiful. There's really not a neighborhood in Cary where I'm like, oh, this is
there's definitely different sides. I mean, we have a video, you know, East Cary versus West Cary. Like there's definitely different feels in different parts of Cary, but in general, it's just hard to beat what Cary provides, I think.
Yeah. So for the overall kind of feel and vibe of Cary, if I had to describe it, I would say it's like suburb heaven. I feel like if you're looking to move somewhere and you just want somewhere that feels like you have access to everything really easily, lots of parks, great schools, really safe, just clean, that's Cary.
It is. Yeah. No, that's a great way. That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah.
And I think one reason we wanted, so we're at the Fenton, which is a new development that's in Cary. It's commercial space. They have apartment complexes here as well. And one reason we wanted to film here is I feel like something Cary excels at that kind of distinguishes it from the rest of the triangle is you're constantly seeing it reinvest in itself. So the Fenton's a great example. The developers who developed the Fenton are hopping over to another shopping complex here in Cary called Waverly Place, where they're going to reinvest into that. Cary just announced a nearly $200 million sports complex that's coming into the area. It's gonna have, gosh, I can't even remember. I think it's like 12 basketball courts, a 4,000 person arena. It's just really impressive. Like they're just constantly reinvesting, constantly pouring into themselves. There's a downtown park coming that the town of Cary is building that should open. It's supposed to open this summer, now it's supposed to open this fall. But it's just little things like that that make Cary, that have made it a great place to live, and decades from now will also make it a great place to live. And I love that about it.
For sure.
I'm Zach, this is my beautiful wife, Cindi. We have this video on Cary. Obviously, we have other videos on Cary as well, so feel free to check those out. And if you're looking to buy or sell, we have our contact info below, and you can also find us on Instagram.
Yeah, we'd love to have you follow along with us on Instagram at the Honeycutt Realtors. We'd love for you to kind of follow along with our local adventures there. We post lots of fun things going on around town over there, and we hope to connect with you soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.